¡Guapa! Un hacha en movimiento. Ok, esto dice así. Todo el mundo en movimiento.
Hi everyone! Today we're gonna teach you about Edpuzzle Analytics. We're gonna give you a general overview of how the Edpuzzle platform works, with a special focus on how learning data is generated, and after that the analysis through Edpuzzle Analytics. Okay, so through this video we will show you the complete process from the first steps on the platform to the analysis of students' progress. But first of all, we need to know what Edpuzzle Analytics is. Edpuzzle is an educational platform that allows teachers to use interactive videos as learning tools. Teachers can create classes, assign videos, add questions, and track how students interact with the content. So now I'm gonna teach you the first step to use Edpuzzle. First of all, we need to search edpuzzle.com. And the next step is creating an account, so you need to sign up and choose the option of teacher. Okay, now I'm gonna do that with my Google account. Now you will have your Edpuzzle account.
The next step is to choose your organization name, and after that you will have to choose your grade level, in this case higher education, and also the subject.
So after creating an account, we need to have a class. Classes in Edpuzzle work as virtual spaces where teachers organize students and activities. Creating a class is essential because this is where a student's activity is recorded and later analyzed through Edpuzzle Analytics. So we are gonna choose the option Add New. And after that, we need to choose Create or Import Classes. In this case, we don't have a class, but if we have a class, we can choose where do we have. Maybe Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, Canvas, Moodle. But in this case, I don't have a class, so we are gonna create a class. In this case, the name of the class is gonna be Technology in the EFL Classroom. And after that, we created the class. And the class that we created is gonna be here, in the left part of our website. And here we have Technology in the EFL Classroom class.
Now I'm going to show you how I invite the students to an Edpuzzle class and what they see once they join. First, I open my class in Edpuzzle. Now we select the class we have created, to which we can invite the students. This can be done by copying the link and sending to group chat so they can join, or by inviting them by sending a message to their emails or using the code. In this case, we will use the code that will allow them to join the class. At this point, it is important that the students are properly enrolled. If a student is not registered correctly, their activity may not be recorded by the system. Everything the student does inside the class is tracked by Edpuzzle. This includes how much of the video they watch and how they respond to the questions. Later, all of this information appears in Edpuzzle Analytics, where it can be used to analyze the student participation and performance.
Okay, to add audios is very easy. So now you have to go My Content, you have your video, and okay, you have some options, and here you have Edit,
You have to click, and you have to go voice over. In this case, you can add the audio, and you have to click start recording, and you can add some audio about, I don't know, about the video. Okay, and also you can add another audios in part of questions. Okay, in the part of note, and you can add some note here. That's all about that.
Part of the video, we're going to learn how to edit and personalize an educational video. Focuses on two key options: trimming the video and adding a voiceover to improve the learning experience. First, we go to a platform and open My Content section. Here we can see all the videos we have available. We select the video we want to work and click on to open it. Once the video is open, we choose the edit option inside the editor. We can see the timeline of the video, which allows us to play review each part of the content. If we want to trim the end of the video, we move the timeline. Yeah. In this case, if you want to cut the video in the middle of the video, you can add a cut. You can divide your video into parts. Yeah, saving the best part of the video. After finishing, we have the save the change. In this case, it's automatic. Next, we add the teacher's voiceover. For this step, the video must be our own content or live directly to the platform. In this case, the videos from YouTube are not available for this function because they have their own voice. We move to edit section, and we're going to move on voicing off. In this case, you have to focus on the part of the video you have to.
It has been the main source.
Want to add maybe a note or maybe a comment. Invest to you pressing recording. Hello everyone. Good night. In this case, the voice is on the video.
Parents to children, and for decades, it has been the main source.
Hello everyone. Remember that by combining a well-timed video with a clear voiceover, we create a more effective learning resource. As a result, the videos become easier to follow and show better results in analytics such as higher retention and lower abandonment rates.
Now that we already have the video uploaded, we're going to see how we can add questions so that the students can interact with. First, we will go into edit part, and then we will go to questions part. Well, now we move to the specific part of the video where we want to check if the student is understanding, and here we click on. There are different types of questions, such as multiple choice questions and open-ended questions. In multiple choice questions, we can add questions. In this case, when we use the third conditional, we can insert the first option, which in this case is correct, and select the check mark. Now, we do the same with the incorrect answer. Here we can add more than 2 options. We are not limited to the ones that appears at the beginning. We can add as many options as we need.
Additionally, Edpuzzle allows us to add feedback, which is a message that the students will see after answering. The feedback is very useful because we can explain why an answer is correct or incorrect. Then we click on Save to add our first question. Next, we can see that the question has already been added to the video. As shown here, there is an editing section where we can easily modify the questions. Once the necessary changes have been made, we save them again. On the other hand, we have open-ended questions, which allows the students to respond their own words and reflect on the context. These questions are not graded automatically, but it must be reviewed by the teacher. We insert in the question and then we can save it. Now, you may be wondering how we can save this. At the top of the screen, we can see the Finish button. By clicking on it, all the changes are saved. After that, we can see the video structure, including the video's questions added, and the students respond in an organized way. The students' answers are the basis of the data that will be analyzed later.
Finally, one of the most important features of Edpuzzle is assigning activities and analyzing learning data. After creating and editing a video or a video collection, the teacher assigns it to a specific class using the Assigned option. During this process, the teacher can select one or multiple classes, choose whether the activity is assigned to all enrolled students or, in some cases, to specific students, and ensure that future students who join the class also receive the assignment. The teacher can also schedule the activity by setting a start date, a due date, and a specific time. In addition, the Prevent Skipping option can be activated so that the students are required to watch the entire video and interact with all embedded elements, such as questions or notes, without skipping any part of the lesson. Once the activity is assigned, Edpuzzle starts collecting data from students' interactions. This includes video progress, responses to questions, time spent on the activity, and overall completion status. In the Analytics or Progress section, teachers can see detailed information such as the list of students, the percentage of the video watched, the grade obtained, the last time the students accessed the lesson, and whether the task was completed on time. Teachers also have the option to receive a student's progress or remove the assignment if necessary. By selecting an individual student, teachers can analyze more specific data, including correct and incorrect answers, time spent on each activity, and detailed performance of the video lesson. This allows teachers to review responses, adjust grades when needed, and provide more accurate feedback. This analytic allows teachers to evaluate both individual and group performance, identify learning difficulties, reinforce complex content, and make informed pedagogical decisions to improve future classes and institutional strategies.